Hi, friends. Haha. Okay, this is so satisfying. New deodorant. It's just fantastic. I can already tell you I'm not gonna like the fact that that didn't come off like smooth. I'm gonna have to put it under some water. Okay, so we're gonna do an OFIR makeup look today and also some fun Amazon finds. But OFIR has up to 30% off right now. I've gotten a lot of questions about if I'm gonna get started, what should I order? And I wanted to do like a beginner makeup guide, just like a beginner, how to get like a flawless foundation and base face that really you could pair a lot of other things with. You could pair different lip looks or eye looks. But I think if you have a strong, solid, beautiful, like base makeup, then you can go far, you know, like you could actually go with just that on and it looks amazing. So good morning. Say hey when you're hopping on. Okay, so my grandmother actually used Donna Karan Cashmere Mist, and one year for Christmas I saved up enough money to buy her a deodorant, like when I was really young, because I knew she loved it so much. But they just launched an aluminum free version. This is actually the first time I'm using it and trying it and opening it, so I'll tell you how it is. If it smells the same, it smells just the same. It literally smells like my grandma. For the longest time, my papa, he kept like their whole bedroom the same. Her robe was hanging on the door, her deodorant was out, her like favorite perfumes, and when I would go over there, I would like smell her perfumes. And just for a second, kind of like, just, do you guys ever, you like scent triggered? Like, just reminds you like somebody you love. So I've used this, I've used several other types of deodorants. I recently had an issue where a deodorant I was typically using that I liked just didn't work for me anymore. But I love that this is aluminum free. That's always been kind of my thing, is that I'm like, oh, I love that deodorant, but it isn't aluminum free. And now they have it in aluminum free. Anyways, if you ever want to know what my grandmother smelled like, smell this when you're at the store or get yourself some. So let's see, I'm hoping it'll hold up. That's the other thing. I'll check back with you and I'll give you an update on how well it worked. Yes, smells are your number one reminiscing item. I love it. Cakes, cookies, like things that mostly my grandparents, but especially like the way she smelled is just, and their laundry smelled a certain way. I don't know, I really miss them. But so good to have that. And I'm like, like I've even had my kids still in, been like, this is what your grandma smelled like. It's so sad that they won't have that to remember, but we can share it. Okay, so first things first, if you're going to do like a base of any kind and you want your skin to look really flawless, I recommend a good skincare. I think that I use Pomifera. I've been using it for years, but I recommend a good skincare. And if you don't know what to do for skincare, if you send me a message, I can help you set up depending on what your problems are, what your skincare needs are. But so today I just already put my serums on, already put a lotion on this morning. My skin's a little dry right now. So that's all I have on. So if you get close, my skin is just like yours, texture, pores, you know, little fine lines, but for the most part, doing your skincare before is going to be and something that works well with your makeup. But you don't want to leave out a primer. So first thing, primer. This is the Dewy Primer, and they have two different types of primer. They have a matte, which is going to give your face a very matte look. Almost like you have powder on top of your skin. Dewy Primer is going to give you a very moist, hydrated look. So if you're very oily, you might prefer a matte primer. If you're very dry, you might prefer a dewy primer, but you can kind of play with it, see what you like. Yay, look at you guys. If you're watching the live, drop a 1. If you're watching the replay, drop a 2. This is your time to share. Share throughout the video. We'll pick a winner of an Amazon gift card from today's live. I actually am going this week to get stuff for our Christmas giveaway, and you guys let me know. We've done a like designer bag once before, and that was a really big hit. But would you rather have like more practical items, or would you rather have like a big giveaway with like a designer bag? So, and if so, which brand? But we want to do something really special, like a thank you to you guys for supporting us, sharing, watching, hanging out all year, and just help share us with your friends. And so we want to do a big giveaway for y'all. So let me know what you think. Like, oh my gosh, I'd love one of these. We did a Peloton once. I don't know how hard that would be for me to do a Peloton giveaway here from Puerto Rico, but we did that. And every now and then, I know some people have like a bigger budget for advertising and those types of things. I don't have a huge budget for it, but we try anytime we can to do that. And so I'm excited. Okay. Or just a cash option, just like literally cash. That could be an option as well. Like, would you rather have cash instead of a bag? Okay, let's start with our trim fit. We're gonna let our primer dry for not long, like a minute or 2. I'll make my trim fit. And greens. I don't have a cute water bottle clean today, so we're doing this. And then I got up this morning. I did not go to bed until so late. I watched a documentary last night. Adam and I got sucked into this. It was, I don't remember the name. Maybe somebody can tell me. It's a new Netflix, but it was about, gosh, her name was Vicky White, and the other guy's name was White, and they broke out of prison. And she was an officer, and it was like a really fascinating documentary. And that's also shows my age. I watched a very fascinating documentary last night. Let me tell you about it. And so we ended up not going to bed until late. And so then this morning, 5:30 came around, like just too early. But I did not cancel. Accountability, having a friend to go walk with is so good, because I would have totally not shown up for myself, but I didn't want to leave Jenny hanging out at the beach by herself. So I'm gonna fix this. It's like I have a cowlick and it's gonna bother me the whole video. Okay, better. So has anyone seen this? I don't know the name of it. It's like a, I'll find the name and I'll share it on my stories. But it was such a good documentary. And so I was telling her about it and I was like, I don't want to ruin it for you. And she's like, I'm probably not gonna watch it. Go ahead and tell me. And she's the best to tell stories to. Like when she's listening to her story, she's like, well, when was that? Like, what happened? And like as if I'm telling you about my best friend, or like, did you hear about this? But it's totally about a movie. And but she's so funny to tell a story to. But I'm just so grateful to have people in my life that like get up early and show up, and we move our bodies together. We did a walk on the beach, and then, or like we walked kind of from the neighborhood to the beach, and then walked back, and then did weightlifting. Today was leg day, and then we added in a couple extra leg things, and then we did the sauna. And so we left at 8:15 this morning, and I was like, I feel unstoppable. Like, I know I talk about this a lot, but if you are not getting up, like I always wondered when you heard of people in their 40s, their 50s, late 30s, I'm 35. When you heard of people being like, oh yeah, I get up at this time, I'm like, who in the world wants to wake up at 5 or 6 in the morning, or 7 or whatever, unless you have to. And now I feel like I've unlocked the superpower of the world. It's like, get up before your kids, get up before anyone needs you. And like my day just feels so good. Yes, collagen is great for men, and it also helps with hair loss. So if your husband struggles with thinning hair, hair loss, maybe lack of muscle mass, with age, men also lose collagen. And so it helps with that. This is my second trim fit of the day. Okay, so primer is your number one thing when you're doing a base makeup. I also recommend foundation in your shade. We typically will go to have a different shade in the summer than we do in the winter. A good little hack is to get like your summer color and then your winter color. And when you're in transition or maybe you self tan, you can mix the two together and you can kind of get your perfect shade. If you need it a little lighter, a little darker. I just always, for like until I was probably 30, if I just didn't have the right shade of foundation, I'm like, oh, I'm a little dark. Never occurred to me, why don't you mix a little bit of your winter shade? And I remember doing that one day on a video and being like, did you guys just see what happened? Like, we had just unlocked like all things wonderful, and we now can make our own perfect shade. And I don't know why I didn't ever think of that before, but I haven't. So, I would do a makeup tutorial without having my foundation. Sorry, friends. Okay, here's this little outfit for today, and I ordered something. I'm getting distracted, but I have some Amazon goodies to go over with you guys. But, okay, have you guys ever seen these? They're called Skinnies Instant Thigh Lift. Have you? I've never tried them. If you guys want me to try it live, I was gonna do a reel, but I just saw my legs and it made me think of it. So it's supposed to tape, you put on, and then you lift. It's supposed to like make your legs really smooth. Like, have you tried these, anybody? I linked them. I can show them after we do our makeup. I can show them if you want. And I don't think I would wear them like obviously all the time, but there are definitely times where I felt a little like Christmas party or like a little insecure about the amount of cellulite I have on my legs. It's gotten much better, but I still have it. I will probably always have it. And, you know, I just thought, well, these are neat. Buffy, you don't know what you would do without collagen. It took you a while to see the results, but once you did, you were amazed. You have your husband on it now and you don't miss a day. Yay! It really is so good for your body. I don't really notice. Sometimes, you know, you take things and you're like, I don't know if this is working. And then say I'll run out and then I just won't take it for a month or two. And I'll be like, man, my hips are really bothering me. My like knees are bothering. And then you're like, oh, I haven't taken my collagen. Okay. If you guys want me to try it on, I can. Okay, this is the shade Coriander. So my two shades I like to swap in between are Coriander and Cardamon. And so this one is Coriander. And it is almost a perfect match for what my skin is currently. And I like to put some on. I do about 1.5 pumps on my brush. And if you need to put more, you can. But less is best. So it's always easier to blend it in. I do go over my eyelids. And you're just gonna blend. So I just wanted to show you kind of, I know it sounds basic to be like, obviously use a primer and foundation, but just a little few tips that are like realistic makeup, like things to know. That's about half a pump, but you will have a much nicer, smoother, more airbrushed look if you do like little circular motions and use some sort of stiff brush to buff it into your skin. So this is their Skin Satin Foundation. They have a foundation finder on their website, and you just put in what product you currently use from what brand and what shade it is, and it will tell you what foundation you need. I think that it's amazing. You can tell the clouds are like going over the sun and then away from the sun based on how my lighting in here is today. So my dad flies here tonight. Well, he gets here tomorrow. My dad's flying in from Hawaii, and he gets on the plane at 9 o'clock Hawaii time, and he will land here at 9 p.m. He'll land here at 8 p.m. the following day. So he's gonna have the longest travel and weird time change to get used to. So once you've done your foundation and you feel like you've gotten it really nice and smooth, you know, well blended, all that, you're gonna go in with a setting powder. A setting powder is just going to blur out any fine line, wrinkle. This setting powder is amazing. It also has anti-reflective technology, so when someone takes a picture of you, have you ever had where it looks like you're just so shiny everywhere? Well, this, just buff it in, you won't have that. So I'll show you like the difference more. You can notice it a lot here in this area, but I'm gonna just go right under with a fluffy brush now, not a stiff brush. I could also, if you want brush links, I can get you brush links in the comments, but, and I'm just gonna like stipple that on. You could also use a sponge. If you're wanting like a very baked look, you could use a sponge or a little beauty blender. But you can tell the difference from one side to the other. I only will go over kind of the areas where I get really shiny. I don't do this all over my whole face. You could if you want like a little more matte look, but I personally love seeing some of that hydrating, dewy look. I do get sweaty on my upper lip, so I tend to, this is the areas that I will do my setting powder. Okay, I will get you, I'll post the brush links in the description of the video after the live's over. Let's find. Okay, this is OFIR's new gel liner, and it also is really beautiful as any sort of, you can use it on your brows or on your eyes. They have both, but I really like this. This is in the shade Leather, but it's always nice to frame your face. If you're wanting like a fuller coverage look, then you can just gently go in. This is a gel, so it goes on very, very smooth, and it's pretty forgiving. I just need to find a spoolie to work this in. A spoolie is like similar to like a baby toothbrush. Here you go. So I'll show you the brown trace on one and the leather on the other so you can see the difference. So I just take that. This is like kind of creamier, and it almost gives you just like a really natural brow look. I feel like it feathers a little differently than their liner, but it's just like a really, and you could also use this on your eyes. Let me find that before I lose it. What is everybody doing this week? Anybody have plans? This week for us might be a really exciting week. We have a big week planned with my dad. I am kind of a fly by the seat of your pants person, but Adam made us like a daily itinerary, and that should, well, I'm almost out, help us to know what day we're doing what. We might close on our house this week. I am really hoping. I feel like it's kind of taken a minute. They still haven't gotten the generator installed, but by the time we would move in, it would be installed. And so we also plan to like do a lot of things with the kids and my dad, and then also a few things just us and him. So we want to go to Old San Juan and go salsa dancing one night. One time during my going through a divorce phase, me and my best friend went to a Cuban cigar bar, and we went salsa dancing, and they had like people from 65 to 85 teaching like Cuban salsa, like so cute. They wore like little outfits and little loaf. Oh, they were just so, and they were like, let's dance, and it was so fun. And so I'm hoping that we have such a good time dancing. Adam and I have only danced like for our wedding. That's all we did, and we were like, we loved this, maybe we should go dancing. I'm not really a naturally coordinated person, but my dad's girlfriend took salsa in college, and so she loves dancing. And so I'm like, okay, well, let's go dancing. So we're gonna spend part of the day in Old San Juan. To be honest, my kids don't really love Old San Juan. It's hot and it's like historical, and kids are kind of whiny. And so that is the day we plan to do just us. Oh, you swear we just moved in? We did. We moved here in June. We're in a rental house, and we are renting like month to month. And so it is cheaper. The rent here is like really expensive. And so it also was not furnished. So we would have to furnish the whole place. And so we are looking to buy a house here in this area, and it will technically be cheaper to, like, significantly cheaper. The rental is probably fancier than the house we're buying, but it's just like for a long-term, practical, affordable approach, we are buying. Okay, so going in with this bronzer, this is the same fluffy brush that I used for my setting powder. If you are gonna switch back and forth, make sure it's clean before you put setting powder on. I always try and wipe it off. Okay, I'm going in with just a light amount. If you feel like you have a lot, move to your forehead. Okay, if you get too much, you can always buff it out with your foundation brush, but a good bronzer really helps shape your face. So I like to contour. Also, if I'm a little tan, I will kind of put a little bit of bronzer on my part, just so the part doesn't look like as stark white, because I do bronze up here. Just makes it like blend. Okay, I will take the same thing. So you're gonna do kind of like a 3 and an E. And this is just with a bronzer. They do have a deal going on where you can save 30%. I put the link in the description of the video. Also, Grande's last day for that lash serum is today. So I'm just taking this and I'm following where you would naturally, where your bones are, right? And then I'm gonna take this just a tiny bit and go right down. I just pinch it. Really, you could also use a small brush, but if you wanna live on the edge, pinch and go down the edges of your nose. This is just gonna give you a slimmer nose. I did break my nose in the 6th grade. I was wearing the cutest pair of white pants that I'd saved up all summer for to buy from Holster. And they were so cute. And I turn around and this kid goes, "Watch out." And as soon as he had said it, it had already hit me in the face. And it was a soccer ball. And sadder than getting black eyes and my nose is like wider bridge now, was I got the bloodiest nose all over these white pants, and they were ruined forever. And it was like literally, I was sobbing hysterically, and the lady was like, "Does it hurt? Does it hurt?" And it did hurt, but I was more so upset that I ruined my white pants. So that to show you, from a young age, I've always loved fashion. Truly, I always saved up my money. Like, I got a job at 14 and I did drug testing at a temp center, and it was disgusting, but I made $3 a drug test. And I did interviews for staffing. I worked full-time from 14. I homeschooled, and so I have been working since I was literally 14. And I always, like, which we kind of grew up very fixed income anyways. So it was like, if I wanted things, you know, then I need to get my own, I need to get a job. And so, but I always, like, every check, it's like for the clothes, whatever I had extra, like it wasn't like gas and stuff. But okay, so I got too much bronzer on my nose, so I don't know if you noticed, but I just took my foundation brush and I softly buffed the edges, so just enough, and I just kind of play with it until I get it exactly what I want. And then I'm gonna go under my lip, and that just gives you the illusion of a fuller lip. Again, if you feel like you got too much, that you're like, "Oh, look like I have 5 o'clock shadow," just take your foundation brush. Okay, so this is what I would consider, we'll add a little blush, but this is your base face. This is, you can put anything on top of this, but this is like your primer, foundation, your bronzer, and your setting powder. This is what I would say is a solid base. You cannot go wrong. Like, it looks airbrushed. I have no filter on. Like, it's just beautiful. And having a good base face means you can apply a cheap eyeshadow, an expensive eyeshadow, a great lip. You could go just like this, and kind of everything looks pretty good. When I first got started a long time ago, people would say, what should I start with? And I'd be like, oh, we have the best eyeshadow palettes. And this was for another company I worked for. And I was like, okay, we'll find like what colors go with your eyes, which is still great. But if your base foundation like looks, I don't know, like, you know, dry, cakey, like uneven, you know what I'm talking about, right? We all know. And if it looks like that, it doesn't matter like how beautiful your lipstick looks or how beautiful your eyeshadow look is. It's like, you know, so I really think if you go strong with a good base and then you add to it, you can make everything look beautiful. So that's where I always recommend for people to get started, is with like, and kind of simplify it. Sometimes I go over a lot of different things in a video and it can get overwhelming of like, I don't even know where to start or what to buy or what to do. And I really like that and I like this. And so I just want to do kind of a simpler makeup today. Here's a blush. So you could pick whatever blush you want to use. I'm going to go in with that same little makeup brush. Their blushes are incredibly pigmented. I do kind of buff them into the lid. I do the same thing with my bronzer, because by buffing it into the lid, you don't get a hot spot, meaning when you put it on, you're like, oh no, that's a really bold pigmented spot. You just kind of get even distribution in your brush. And so I will go above where I contoured. So I like to go, I will contour from about here, like right at the little part above my ear, right under my cheekbone, and then I will keep my contour and I'll kind of end it right in the middle of where my pupil is, and I don't go any further than that. And then for my blush, I go above, like almost at the top here, above where I contoured, and I just stick with kind of like right in this area all the way into my hairline. So it's not really the apple of your cheek, and this lifts your face. You can tell a difference just from one side versus the other. And again, I do not have a lot on my brush. And then you can kind of figure out what colors you like. This is the shade Current. And I just start really in this section on the outer part of my, like from where my eye is over, and then I'll kind of work in, but I don't really go past my pupil. I hope these kind of help. Again, take your face shape into consideration and how you want it to look, but this is just what works for me and what I really like. Over the years, things evolved, trends evolved. Currently, this is what I'm currently doing. So, all right, we're gonna finish this with just eyeliner. I'm gonna teach you how to do a wing. This is something that I feel like is really good to know how to do, and this is not hard. Maybe a little advanced for beginner, but not really, because I'm going to show you how to do it. I'm also going to take my bronzer on my finger, and I do still bronze just right in the crease a tiny bit, just enough that you can kind of see where that is. Again, right here. You hear Veda singing Old MacDonald? She's so cute. Okay, now I'm gonna take this. It's a liquid eyeliner pen. This one is in their shade Crab. It is the brown color. And then they also have this in black. If I know where the black is, I'll use black. If not, I'll show you with brown. There's mascara, which we're gonna need in a minute. And do you guys wanna see these little leggy things? And I'll show you what else. Here we go. This one is same color. Scratch that. Okay, we'll just use this one. So I'm going to start with drawing a tail towards where my eyebrow ends. About 3/4 up, I'm going to draw a straight line across that's going to end right here. Just like that. Okay, so this is a simple, easy wing liner tutorial, and it's you could also do thicker if you want thicker, but this is just a very simple, easy one. Okay, just like that. Line straight across, and then fill it in. Okay, then kind of, this one's a little thicker than the other one, so I can either do one of two things. I can make this one a little thinner. It dries in about a minute. So if you want to do anything, work quick. Okay, and then you can also take this, and if you want a little, I don't know, like smokier look under your eye, you can totally make sure there's nothing on this. This is just like a little stiffer brush, and just like that. You look a little silly, but take your brush, and while it's still really wet, you're gonna softly smudge. Just the outer corner. And that's just a little bit of a different look. It's gonna open your eyes up a little more. Again, work fast because this will dry and you won't be able to move it around. You could also use eyeshadow for this. This is the Cardamon color, and it is actually a brown. Now, going in with mascara. This is their Comfortable Smudge Proof Mascara. Start at the base and kind of wiggle upward. My eyebrows are high, and I kind of draw them a little high as well. I also never pluck up. Any of the eyebrows that are up here, I only pluck underneath, and I never pluck my eyebrows up here because I want my brows to be as high as possible. Brow serum will really help your brows grow too. If you feel like you've over plucked over the years and you're like, well, I'm stuck with straight brows forever, that's a really helpful way like for them to grow. And as you get new growth, just not plucking anything off the top. Don't shave any off the top. Only if you're gonna pluck anything, you just pluck from the bottom. So if you feel like this look is too young, I saw somebody say this looks too young, you could not do the wing liner. And then I would say this is a very universal of all ages look. I wanted to do something that really was the basics for anything you could add to and kind of make it your own. How old are you? Would you wear this look? Drop it below. And I think you'll be surprised with older eyes, even if you took just a angled brush with some powder, like eyeshadow, by making that little line, it really opens your eyes up, and then not keeping everything heavy underneath. Anything you have a lot down here, it's gonna bring your eyes and face down. So we're trying to bring everything upward. Yeah, Sheila, absolutely. I would love that. If you guys ever see anything you love or you think I would like, send it my way. Oh, I hate when I do that, but I'll show you how to get it off in case you bump into things too. Okay, take your lash or brow spoolie and you just flick it off. And one's waterproof, one's not. If you have hooded eyes, I recommend going above where your crease is, and you make a fake crease, and you'll go above where your actual crease is, and it will give you the illusion. And so you have to do that though by applying it like with your eye open, so you can see if my eye was open, where would my crease, where should it be? And you can apply it that way before you do your mascara. You have a birthday this Wednesday? Happy birthday, Lynn. Okay, Reagan, that's what she does. She said she's 59 and she uses the angled brush and powder. And I can show you how to do that one day as well. It's a little more forgiving, especially if you feel like your hands aren't as steady for a wing liner. You put it in the same area, but you just use an angled brush. Oh, I'm a mess. Oh, and I'll probably always be, and I already lost my spoolie. Just had it. What I've done. It's not in my hand. A lot of times I'll look for things, I'm like, oh, it's right there in your hand. This one's not. What could I have done with it? Well, we have to find it. If not, you can always use a toothbrush. That's always a good one. I literally just had it. Oh, it's so annoying. The spoolie works better than your finger. But sometimes things just vanish on me. I have no idea. It's like, okay. So then lastly, you can do anything you want for your lips. So whatever your heart desires, but I'm just gonna show you like simple. So you could either go in with like a really nice peachy colored. This is the shade Pink Smoothie. This one's really beautiful. That's an option. Okay, lips are just like, I like to stick to the rule. If I do a really bold eye look, I'll do like a simpler lip look. If I do a really simple eye look, then I feel like I could go bolder, but I try and not do two bold things at the same time. I'll find it when I stop looking for it. That's exactly right. I'm like, that's how everything is. I'm like, oh, I'll find that. Right now I'm looking for lip gloss. I was just gonna do just like simple lip gloss. It's like I just have disappearing bags. Everything disappears. Okay, so this is OFIR's Lip Plumping in the shade Clear. I have used it over lipstick before, so it might be a little tinted, but again, we're doing simple. Just like that. So, what do you think? Is this something you would wear? Drop a heart if you would wear this look. Very like clean, you know, you could zhuzh it up and make it fancier if you want, but okay. Let's try these things out. I ordered heatless rollers, but I'm not gonna have time to do that today, so I'll do that on another live. Yeah, or it's really kind of pointless. I feel like my hair is already doing its thing, but I do want to try these heatless. They are thermal rollers, so I got those in, and then I also got in these roller clips, and they help you get more volume, and I meant to put them on for my bangs at the beginning of the video, but they are like little clippies, and you put them like here, anywhere you want like extra volume, right? And then you would wear it like this, and then you could also put it in the back as well, and then after you've had them in there for a while or you apply heat, then you would remove it, and it's supposed to give you a lot more volume. Obviously it's not going to work for like 10 seconds like we just did, so when I do my curler thing, or maybe at the beginning of a video another day, we'll try these on and see how they work. Okay, here we go. This is the hat I'm gonna wear today with this outfit. I have really become a hat person. I just think it makes an outfit so cute, and I also don't wash my hair like every day, and so hats are just like, just such a fun accessory. Okay, pushing it in. There we go. So this is kind of my like look, and then we're gonna use these skinnies, all right? So again, I've never tried it, but it says instant gorgeous legs, instantly lifts and smooth thighs, hides discreetly under shorts, smooths cellulite and crepey skin, clear, comfortable, sweat proof. And I did link them as well, or you can drop the word me if you don't see links. You can drop me below. Okay, here we go. Away from children, noted. Instant thigh lift, and it came in like a kind of a lot in a pack, so okay. Patented no pinch designs, peel, stick down. Okay, I bet I can do this. First half, second half. So you do the bottom half first, and then the second half. So anyone tried these? Okay, so I'm curious how they're gonna work. I'm gonna take this one off. Okay, I'm gonna go, I guess like where you can't see it from my skirt, but where I could pull. Is that a good length? I'm gonna pull it here, and then put it on. First half, and then second half. Okay, and then you're gonna, these have shorts, friends. Okay. Oh, might have needed to go lower. Okay, put it there. Pull this down. Okay, can you tell? I don't know if I can tell. I think I should have gone lower. Crud. Take two. Welcome to live television. They're easy to get off. Okay, I'm going lower. I went high because I didn't want them to show, but I didn't. Okay. Great. So I'm gonna go like here this time. Again, I don't plan to wear these all the time. Ooh, there's some lift. Oh, I need like 4 arms. Okay. All right. I would say that's significantly smoother. Let's try the other one. I need to do it where you're like more at my level, but I feel like I feel like I get it's very tight. Anyways, I was like, I wish someone invented this, and then Jenny was like, they have. I saw somebody's TikTok on it. They were actually showing how you should get a leg lift. It was like a surgeon, and like, no more doing this. And I was like, I don't think I would want that, but I definitely would like them to be tighter sometimes. So here we go. Okay. Again, I have their shorts on with this. So, okay. Does anybody else, you have the same problem? I might have really lifted on that one. That one's up a little higher. Okay, I think that is so amazing. So if you don't have crepey skin and you don't have like dimply things here, I don't know if I would do you do the back at the same time? I'm like, I want to lift it. I'm just gonna be patches all over. Well, that's so neat. Okay, well that was a cool little thing to try today. Again, it's not like all, and if I didn't have something on this short, I think it would really be great, like if I had a dress on that was just a tiny bit lower, I could really lift like this part. But even with a short dress, I can tell a big difference. Well, that's amazing. And can't see them. Anyways, there you go. Always trying something new. You never know. Little life hack over here. It's like a little bra for your legs. If you want links or anything, drop toward me below. This just says Coastal Cowgirl on it, but I think it's super cute, and I love hats that have a lot of colors because you can wear them with a lot of different things. Hopefully this video was helpful for a really good like beginner makeup. Again, you could do this in 5 minutes if I wasn't talking. So anywho, hope you have a good day. I'll let you know if my deodorant holds up, and links are all in the description of the video, or you can drop word me and they'll be sent to your inbox. So a devotion, I forgot to do a devotion. We'll do it together for anybody who wants to do a devotion with me. So I haven't talked to you guys about this, but for the last long time, we have been in the process of developing a devotion app. So it will be devotions, daily devotions, fitness, and recipes. And so it still has, we've been in the process since before we moved to Puerto Rico, and but we're now getting like closer, and it's something that hopefully we can all do together if you guys want to. But we've included like family recipes, friends of ours recipes, all kinds of different things that you can like, we'll have a nutritionist that you can ask questions for how to get your macros, things that like I felt was missing in the space, that I literally have 10 apps that track all these things. And so as it gets closer, I'll get you more details. But I'm really excited about it, and I don't know, but it made me think of it today. So I'm really pumped. We have a call this afternoon, but we've been doing a couple times a week meeting with like programmers, coders, people who are helping with like the nutrition and like health and wellness space of it, like just experts in that field. And I'm hoping that by the first of the year, it will be able to come out. It's women only, designed for women, with like your women in mind, you know, like it will give you based on like whether you're pregnant, nursing, you're on your cycle, you're in perimenopause or menopausal, and it will give the breakdown for what's necessary. And I don't know, it's good. Genuinely, like some of the best people that we know have been working on this, and eventually I'll get to like trial it, and hopefully if some of you guys want to trial it too, and see if there's something that you're like, oh, I love this part, but wish it had this, or wish, and so we'll pick a few to get to be our test people. So if that's something you're like, oh, when that comes out, I want to try and do like the test versions before it comes to public. But anyways, we've been waiting to like talk about it because I don't want to like talk about it for like months and months and months, and you're like, this is so boring, when's she ever going to come out with this? Anyways, I think it's gonna be amazing. Okay, here we go. Letting the dirt fall. Psalms 119, 130. The unfolding of your words gives light. It imparts understanding to the simple. Mindfulness is a trendy subject right now, which makes sense considering how difficult it can get alone with our thoughts in the hectic culture that surrounds us. We use an application on our phone to remind us to be still, but the application gets interrupted by a text or a call, beckoning our attention, and as we pick up our phone and react to the prompted communication, our schedule already gets off kilter. As people knock and the unexpected circumstances arise, the distinction between important and urgent gets murky, and we feel oh so defeated. Lord, can you just show us what you want us to do? Isn't that how we feel? Think about this for a moment. For a glass of dirty water to become clean, set it on a counter unmoved, which seems to have rested, but let it rest a little more. Even when we believe the purified water is completely clear at the top, there's still some dirt that will eventually fall to the bottom if the glass sits long enough. This purification process is so similar to that of our own heart and mind. We search for clarity and strength and direction, but all the while we are trying to see through the dirty water. Seeing requires patience and stillness. Letting the dirty water fall is a discipline, because to be honest, we can often get by with the mediocre. We have delivered and nurtured that hazy filter for so long that it becomes our normal. But something miraculous happens when we let Jesus work in us and through us, and we fight for crystal clear view. When we sit and then sit some more, and we allow our mind to really grasp what the Lord says about us and who we are because of who He is, we begin to quickly recognize what is important and what is urgent, and we no longer simply react to the events of our days. The water of our life becomes purified through the filter of His truth and the light it brings. Sit still and let the dirt fall. He is doing a mighty work. Jesus, thank you for the invitation you give us to sit and be still with you. Help us prioritize this, remembering that all else in our life will sort itself out when we give you our focus. Thank you for showing us what is urgent and what is important. In Jesus' name, amen. So this is the book, Be Still, 90 Devotions for the Hopeful Heart. So anyways, I'll keep you updated about all the good things and all the fun things to come and projects that we're working on. It will definitely be like after Christmas before it goes to market, and all the little bells, whistles, kinks, Apple, iTunes, Android applications are all active and going, but that's what we're working on. And I don't know, I feel like this has been a really big journey, and over the years I've told Adam, like, I don't feel like there's a space that takes into consideration, like I've talked to like health doctors, I've talked to, I'm like, I don't feel like there is this that takes into consideration like a woman's mind, a woman's body, like what women need during certain times of the month, and what women need as they're going through certain phases. And I think when you see something that you're like, oh, like I want something that encourages me and that also tracks these things, and that you like see something and you feel like I think we could come up with something that like really impacts a lot of people and makes a difference and helps people through this journey. Like, we went to a lot of different things, you know, like nutritionists and different doctors and different, like how to find what all these things, like personally. And I'm like, what if there was something that had all these great features, had healthy recipes, but also had your favorite cheat meals, had where you can ask for, if I need a keto recipe for brownies, and that it can give you 10 options, you know, like just really using technology. And we have met some incredible people who are some of the top software engineers in the world. and we're excited. So anyways, I think I don't know. I think it's gonna be fun. So just wanted to share that little snippet with you, and how it'll work, and I'll share more as we get closer, but it'll be reward based. We'll even be able to give real reward. Like, I love gift giving, you guys know that. And we'll be able to give like virtual rewards. Like, we're working on, you can get like every time you track things, or if you complete your goals, like you get charms for like a virtual charm necklace, charm bracelet, like exclusive ones that you can only get certain times. And I'm incentive mode. I just love like, oh, I got like, but it just is fun for me, and so I think a lot of people. But then also you can earn, like, by sharing and by doing certain things, you can earn like real challenge money, like real gifts and stuff. And so like movie tickets, Target gift cards, Amazon gift cards, all kinds of things. Like, and so I'm pumped. I'm really excited. So anyways, I should have told Adam probably before I was going to talk about this, but surprise! Anyways, I hope that you guys have the best day ever, and if you have questions about anything, you can send me a message, and I just hope you have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm doing a dual live with my friend Michelle, and we will be possibly on Instagram. I'll get you details. I'll put them in my stories for where to find me at what time. And I know I've been going live at 10 o'clock here, but I don't know how to do here and on Instagram and dual at the same time. So I have to ask her if she knows. If she does, then I'll be able to be here too. But I'll post in my stories how you can find me. So if I'm in the morning, in case you want to get ready with me again tomorrow and meet my friend Michelle and hear about her story and her life and how our paths crossed. I got choked on my spit. So we're gonna do that tomorrow. So anyways, love you guys. Hope you have a good day. Big hugs. I like wish I got to see you guys in real life and hug you. I'm such a hug person. I literally want to be like, my kids like hug the phone, and I'm like, just so I blow kisses instead, but big hugs.